Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another breakdown video, and today we're taking a look at the second Insomniac Marvel game that was announced at today's PlayStation Showcase. I mean, seriously, this one was a huge, massive surprise, and I have gone ahead and gathered all the details for this particular game that is available from today, and we're going to go on ahead and run through all of it, as well as many of the Easter eggs that are actually hidden in this 53-second trailer. So, of course, if you guys do enjoy the video, please do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe, let me know down in the comment section below if you're excited for this title, and let's start speculating. When do you think this game is going to release? Let me know down in the comment section below. Okay, so let's kick things off by pressing play. There's that PlayStation logo, PlayStation Studios logo, and there is what is going to probably end up being the greatest developer of Marvel games to date, because if they do as good of a job with this game as they've done with Spider-Man, we are in for a treat. So this right here, of course, also lets you know that this is not actual gameplay, gives you a little bit of context. You start questioning what's going on here. What's happening? I don't get it. Who is this? Marvel? At first, I gotta be honest, I thought, oh, maybe Punisher, but snicked. And that's when you know it's the one and only Wolverine. So, I know what you're saying, Blitz. What could you possibly derive from that right there? Which is pretty much roughly like if we take away the few seconds at the start, which is pretty much just logos, and we cut to where the trailer starts, which is at around 13 seconds, and then ended at this screen at 43 seconds, that's a 30-second teaser. What could you possibly learn from it? Well, let's go on ahead and get into it. First and foremost, as you can see right there on the screen, it says in development for PlayStation 5. So this game will be similarly to Marvel's Spider-Man 2, which, by the way, I have a breakdown video for that. Go check it out. We got a lot more details for that game and a much lengthier trailer. But this will be an exclusive game for the PlayStation 5. So this is not going to be like Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, where it was a cross-generational game and it was available for both the PS4 and the PS5. So this will be a game that you will need to upgrade to the PlayStation 5 should you choose to play it. Now, with that in mind, what else have we learned? Well, first and foremost, we do learn that the same team that worked as both the creative designer and the director of the Miles Morales game are actually the ones working on this title, which is pretty cool. So it does look like Insomniac has two teams working and developing two different games at a time, which is super duper exciting considering how talented that team is. Marvel Spider-Man was phenomenal. Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales was a great game. So honestly, the pedigree is there, and we have really talented people behind this project. Some of the other information that was released for this is as follows. Marvel's Wolverine is a standalone game being directed by Brian Horton, who I just mentioned, creative director, and Cameron Christian, who's the game director, who recently led the creative efforts of Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, a game we're extremely proud of at Insomniac. In the vein of our Spider-Man games, our goal here is to not only fully respect the DNA of what makes the character so popular, but also look for opportunities to make it feel fresh and to truly reflect the Insomniac spirit. Even though Marvel's Wolverine is very early in development, which is probably the downside of this announcement, because I think we'll probably get to play this game at the earliest in 2024, just because in 2023 is when we'll see Marvel's Spider-Man 2. So I think that this game will probably be after that. But regardless, from what I've seen of its emotional narrative and cutting-edge gameplay, which is very exciting, the team is already creating something truly special. And I think that, again, if we apply the logic of the phenomenal bits of gameplay that we've seen from those Spider-Man games, imagine the idea of that fluid combat, but as Wolverine. That's a very exciting proposition. Being able to build a new original universe with Spider-Man and now Wolverine is such an honor for so many of us at Insomniac Games. A huge thank you to our Sony Interactive Entertainment family for giving us the opportunity to develop these games. So, that's a bit of a, I guess, marketing spiel. Now let's get into the actual details that this trailer showcases. So first and foremost, I do love the fact that if we look right here, right at the opening, so first of all, there's a bunch of stuff and phrases and things like that. I'm not sure if that says Ryan Reynolds there. I'm pretty sure, but I'm not 100% certain. So there's just a bunch of references there. First and foremost, I love the context of this trailer in terms of mood, you can see that, in my opinion, this is going to end up being a game that is rated R just due to the sheer number of violent or relatively violent scenes here. Like, you could see quite a bit of blood here. You can see the really bruised up, bloody knuckles, and you're dealing with a character that ultimately has 6 knives in his hands. It's most likely going to be a pretty gruesome game. And so therefore, I think that this will be probably a much more mature title than what the Spider-Man games have been. Now, in addition to that, interestingly enough, is this an eye patch right here? I could be wrong, but I swear that legitimately looks like an eye patch. But what else do we know? Well, first and foremost, the cool thing is that this scene right here really does actually give us quite a bit to work with. And what is it? Well, first and foremost, there's quite a few Easter eggs. So Hulk 181 is actually the first full appearance of Wolverine. It also is interesting that it's a license plate from Quebec because, of course, Wolverine is Canadian. Although, to be fair, the events of Hulk 181 wouldn't be in Quebec. I think that was in Alberta. So a little bit incorrect there. But regardless, it is a reference to Hulk 181, which is the first appearance on the cover and the first full appearance of Wolverine. Technically, he did appear in the last panels of issue 180. And the other cool thing is that those issues were released in October and November of 1974. And you can see that the register actually reads 1974. So really cool little homages there. I think that that's the sort of thing that's just fun to look out for. But in addition to that, to me, it screams that the team that's working on this are fans. If they're bothering to do these tiny little things, I think that that shows that they are fans of the property. And I think it shows that hopefully they'll treat it with care. And I honestly don't have any reason to go on ahead and hesitate that they won't, because of the fact that so far they've done a phenomenal job with the Spider-Man games. So why not with Wolverine? But that's not all. Some of the other cool stuff here. First and foremost, you can see right here, once again, the 1048, which seems to be pretty much the universe that Insomniac is sort of building within their Marvel games. Because, fun fact, if I minimize this and bring up the Spider-Man trailer, you'll notice, what is that number right there on that window shop? 1048. And if you don't know, the main Marvel universe takes place in the 616. This, the video game Gamerverse universe, is in 1048. So now, the other really, really cool thing in this particular image is the fact that we see that it looks as though Wolverine is currently sitting in the Princess Bar. Now, that is an actual location in the Marvel universe, which actually is placed in Madripoor. And you could see the little post right there for Madripoor, indicating that most likely that is exactly where he currently is. This bar is typically belonged to a crime lord who resides in Madripoor, known as Tiger, or I think it's Tiger, at least how you pronounce it, because it's Tyger and then Tiger. But she's a character who's basically a crime lord in Madripoor. And I believe, if I remember correctly, I want to say that she was actually Wolverine's love interest in some storyline from Marvel Knights, I want to say, where they had like a love affair or something. So that gives us a little bit more of an idea of possibly where the game takes place and gives us a little bit of context as to what the story might entail, who might appear. The other reason why I think that it is most likely Tiger that will be at least an element of this game is because of the actual goon that we see right here, who, guess what? On that arm, what is that? That is a tattoo of a tiger, implying that he's probably part of her gang. So we'll see if I'm right, if I'm wrong about that. But those are all the details that I have managed to gather from this 30-second trailer. I hope that I was useful to you guys, and I brought you guys some knowledge on this particular short trailer. Of course, if you guys enjoyed the video, please don't forget to smash that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't yet, turn on your notifications. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will hopefully see you guys here next time. Peace out. See you later, alligators. Bye-bye, everybody.